Welcome to the Army Empire Podcast, your go-to podcast for insightful tips on investment strategies, entrepreneurship, and all things money matters. Join Bernard Alerte, your guide on this journey to financial freedom. Each episode will dive into expert advice, practical strategies, and inspiring stories to help you take control of your financial future. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur or a seasoned investor, we've got something for everyone. So get ready to unlock your financial potential and make your money work for you. And now, let's welcome your host, Bernard Alerte.
Hello. Good evening.
How's everything going?
Good. Listen, I could be having a day, but once the Army Empire podcast starts, I'm excited and I'm ready to go. There's always such great information here for the next 30 minutes or so. So hello to the folks watching. We are live on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. And already my husband's ready. He's like, good evening, coach. LK. I like LK. I'm not mad at that. All right, coach. So what are we going to talk about today? Last week was very interesting. And I'm wondering what the topic is for this evening.
Today, one thing we're going to talk about is the psychology of saving. That's the topic today. And psychology is the mindset. When I realized, I was just talking to someone the other day, I was questioning, I realized a lot of people have a different mindset when they hear on different, it's like all psychology is a mindset, how we see things. Just like people have a different psychology when it comes to, let's say, getting in shape or losing weight or like a diet or something like that. There's a psychology behind it, something that causes something not to go after it. And the reason, like Anthony Robbins says something very powerful, we do two things in life. We try to avoid pain or gain pleasure, right? Avoid pain. We're all doing things. Everything we do is either to avoid pain or gain pleasure, right? And what happens is people need to reframe, which I'm going to talk about, how they see saving. Because the way you look at saving, the way you look at the concept, the idea of saving or investing determines the results you're going to get. If you have the right mindset towards saving and investing, then chances are you're going to save and invest. That's important. And if you have the wrong mindset towards saving and investing, then guess what happens? Then you're eventually going to why? Because you're going to see it as avoiding pain.
So your objective this evening with this subject is to have us examine what our mindset, what our psychology is, and change it as needed so that we can begin to see savings in a different way.
Absolutely. And we're going to cover specifically things that you and I, all of us can do to basically to change our way we see saving, the way we see that, because that'll determine everything. We all know if you ask someone, is saving good? Everybody would say absolutely yes, right? If you ask someone, listen, would getting in shape, be in good health, be good? Absolutely. And no one would disagree. No one would disagree that savings is important, how important it is to save for retirement, saving for a rainy day, saving for that. But guess what happens? What stops us from getting there?
Correct.
We all just like what stops us from getting in shape is just our mindset, our psychology, how we see it. And there's certain things, certain tips you and I can do for us to be able to go towards the right direction.
Makes sense? So break it down for us. Break it down.
So let's take a look at it, which I'll talk a little bit. See, we have to make saving a habit, right? Something that's a habit. We are creatures of habit, right? We are creatures of habit, right? See, for example, you have to make saving a habit. So what do? The small mindset changes. Small mindset changes lead to big changes in your bank account. It's a small mind. It's not the major thing. It's a small, minor. Like I heard something very powerful. The minor adjustments a winner has to make are so basic and simple that they appear ridiculous. That's why most people don't adjust. That's why most people don't win, right? Don't achieve. So if you think about it, the small mindset change can make a big difference, right? So this is some of the things how we're gonna for us to retrain our brain to save consistently. I can't save. People say, I can't get myself to save. I want to save, but I can't get myself to save. How do I start doing that, right? So this is how we're going to train our brain save consistently, right? Let's look at the first one. The first one, we have automate your savings, right? You have to, out of sight is out of mind. Okay.
So good.
Out of sight, out of mind, right? See, saving. See, here's what most people do. I found that a lot of people that end up becoming financially independent, get on the right track. And we talk a lot about paying yourself first, how the power of paying yourself first, which is so important. Let's take outside, out of mind. One thing you and I, if you wait, here's what most people do. They get their check, they get paid, right? And whatever they pay this bill, pay that bill, pay this, pay that, and whatever's left afterwards, they try to save. But there's nothing much left afterwards. Okay, so that's what happens sometimes, or there is, but they just something comes up. So we need to automate your savings. How does that work? For example, let's say if someone has a job, automatically, right? Automatically is you want to be able to take money out of your check. Like if you have 401k, they take a percentage out of your check before you even get the check. So they might, whatever percentage, 5%, 10%, whatever it might be, you pick, and they pick it out and they save and invest it for you, right? Versus if they let you get the check, most people save and invest, right? So get a portion now. So I say, well, I don't have a 401k, I don't have that option. How do I able to start save for retirement? But how do you and I save for a rainy day? How do you and I save for, let's say, if you want to set up an IRA, for example? What you want to do, you want to automate it. You don't want to even think about it. You want to be able to put that money aside and out of your check. Let's say once a month or once a week, right? You have a percentage or a certain amount coming out of your bank account, going directly into your saving or investment account. Direct, automatically automated, like it just is drafted. You don't see it. It just comes out automatically. And at first it sounds painful, right? But you just got to let it go. Guess what happens? At first, it's weird. And after you start doing it, it makes a big difference. This is what happened to me in the beginning. Listen, I was working UPS, and they had a 401k. I didn't save any. I wasn't putting money in the 401k at all. But guess what? When I started getting a financial field, says, Bernard, you're young, you're 26 years old, you need to start saving some money. You got to start getting your financial plan order. You have to, and I remember it was just $60. I had my life insurance plan foundation. I was paying $32 a month for that at that time. And I was putting $25, just $25. And then mutual up 20. And I remember panicking. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna have money. Because that was my mind. I'm not gonna have money. Oh my gosh, I'm not. And guess what happened? After they started doing it with a month, 2 months, I didn't feel it. Because it just came out of check automatic. I didn't even feel it. And I said, maybe I can increase it. And I started increasing a little bit, right? To 50, then 100. It then made a big difference. Okay. Automate your savings. Some people tell me, listen, I have some clients. Listen, I don't like money coming out of my account automatically, right? And I want to be able to control. No, you're not going to control. You're being lazy. That's what it is. You just don't want to be uncomfortable. That's what it is. I tell all the time, listen, you're not going to save. Yeah, I'm telling you, I want the money. I will send the money in here. I will invest. You're not going to do it.
Right.
You're not going to do it. If you see something's going to happen, you are not going to do it.
Yeah, you're going to use it for something else.
Get that mindset out that I'll wait to get the money. No, have it automatically come out of your account once a week or once a month, whatever you feel comfortable with. Once a month, a certain amount of money automatically go into your investment account. That is the only way. That is, if you don't do it, it is not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen, right? You want to get as much as possible out, right? That makes a big difference. That's the first step. Automate your savings, okay? Which is your first step. Let's look at the next step, right? The next step is you have to have a clear, you have to have a clear mental image or physical one of that which you're saving for. This adds emotional motivation. So you have to visualize your goal. You have to make sure you see it. So let's say if you're saving for retirement, you need to have a picture of you, whatever. I want you to think about where would you like to retire, place you would like to retire. For example, like the ideal place, I would love to live there when I retire. Or this is the house I want to get by, whatever it is. Visualize it. Visualize it. And not only visualize, but have it in front of you. Put a vision board. That works. It works. It just works on your head because the more you see it, guess what happened? Then you start seeing as pleasure. Man, I'm if I save and invest, I'm gonna get closer to that goal. If you're saving you want to save for a home, take a picture of the home. Don't just say I'm saving for a house. Have a picture of the house. Have the picture in front of you.
Yeah, those vision boards are so important. Having a vision board is so important, specifically for this part right here. It's an emotional motivation.
Absolutely, because there's a connection to it. You're not just doing it because us humans, when we see things, we can grab. You have to seize it before you seize it. Yeah, that's not proper English now, but you have to seize it before you seize it. So you have to see it. If you don't see it, then you're not gonna go after it. Okay, something's gonna distract. But if you have a clear vision, if go to get a car, whatever it is that you're looking to do, right? Have a vision as something that you see, right? An amount that you can be able to do it, right? Visualize your goal. That's the second thing, because that brings power. That gives you power, in other words, right? If you look at the third one, you have to reward progress. You have to celebrate some milestones. As you get closer, reward yourself. Celebrate some milestones. When you hit a goal, give yourself a small planned treat to reinforce the habit. Because people think saving is depriving. They look at saving, I'm depriving myself. I'm holding myself back. They see it that way, right? Right. Just reward yourself. Just reward yourself, right? At the same, celebrate some milestones. Let's say if you get something, if you say, let's say one of my son, right? He got into it. I think I talked about it. He started working jobs. He's making pretty good money. You don't have any bills and stuff. I said, listen, save your money. You know, you're making almost $1,000 a week. That's not bad for 26 with no bills. Just saving your money. And he's into tattoo now. He got like 1 or 2 right now. He wants to get. I'm like, no, don't get any more. Here's what you need to do: save 20,000. Set a goal, save 20,000. Then after that, then you want to get one, go get one. But make sure you save it, right? And you'll get to save another 20. And I challenge him to, before you get something, it might be anything that you want. Challenge yourself, save it, and get something done. I mean, don't save like 10,000 and spend 2,000-3,000. That defeats the whole purpose, right? But that's not right to do. But save something and just a reward, so you can say, "Man, I'm gonna do it." And reward yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Yes, I did a good job. Reward yourself. And guess what happened? That creates positive reinforcement, and you're gonna want to do it again. You set a milestone. Like, listen, there's certain targets, certain things. I like some nice stuff, right? I like nice stuff, right?
You like nice stuff.
I do like nice stuff, right? There's certain things. Something I can get it now. I can go get it now, but I don't want to. I say, you know what? I want to hit this goal first. If I hit this goal, then I reward myself. It could be something like $500 or $1,000, not a lot. And I could get it now, but I'm like, no, I don't want to get it now. I want to hit, because I want to reward that. I want to make sure I hit this goal first, then I'm going to reward myself.
Right.
And give yourself little rewards. Get little wins. Little wins are so important to accomplish, right? That's the third step. If you look at the fourth step, right? Start small, but think long term. Start small, right? Most people, you don't have to start big. Start small. Create a little habit. People ask me a question. People that are you don't need to have a lot of money to have a lot of money. You need to have a little bit, accrue long periods of time, and eventually grow. And start with some little wins. You'd be surprised. $3 a day. If you ask someone, listen, could you put away $100 a month? It's like, yes, I could. That's only $3 a day. If you look at it. It's only $5 a day is $150 a month, right? Even people say, listen, could you put aside? Could think about it? If you mentally think about it. If you ask me, could you put away $300? I'm like, that might be tight. Okay, can you take $10 somewhere a day and put it somewhat different? Take $10 a day and put it here. Can you do that? Can you take $10 every day, $10 somewhere and put it there? Next thing you save $300. Is the little bit. You don't need to have a lot, but just start building little wins, right? Just like exercising and working out. You're not gonna lift 300 pounds right away, but guess what? You start with 50. Small. Then you get a little stronger. Then because what happens? You get a little stronger. Then guess what happens? You go to 60, then 70, and it keeps growing. It works the same way. Habits are built through consistency, not perfection. Habits are built through consistency. You don't have to be perfect. You might make mistakes along the way. Listen, To this day, we still make mistakes. Even my financial man, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done. Oh my God, if I did this, this would have happened. We still make mistakes. Even us being in a field. So that's not going to happen. We're not perfect. Just like if someone's a pastor, for example, right? They're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
They're not perfect. They're human. They're human. They're going to make mistakes. That just happens, right? So guess what happens? Habits are built through consistency, not perfection. And you want to get a habit of just being consistent, a little bit, and start a little bit and increasing, right? And you have to start with something you're comfortable with and grow. Right? Something is better than nothing. Something's better. Build that muscle, build that consistency muscle, then it's easier to add more. Makes sense? Which is exactly what I'm looking for. Look at 5, right? 5 is don't think of saving. You have to reframe the narrative. Like we thought, reframe the narrative. You have to change your relationship when it comes to saving. Don't think of saving as restriction. Think of it as buying freedom, peace of mind, future opportunities. Saving is not to hold you back. It's to give you freedom. It's to be able to eventually don't have to worry about anything, that you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, and you don't have to ask anyone. That gives you freedom. See, savings give you freedom. If you save enough money for retirement, you can decide to get out of work whenever you want to. See, retirement is not an age, it's a number. It's a number, right? So it gives you freedom. Having 6 months of your income saved up somewhere, 3 to 6 months. So you don't have to worry about credit cards. That's how you can avoid debt.
Yeah.
See, savings, freedom means freedom. Associate to freedom. Associate to peace of mind.
Very true.
About anything. Think about that. I want you to think about it. Imagine right now, imagine if someone's working a job or something happens and your boss tells you, listen, we don't need you, we'll let you go. Right now, some people are terrified because a lot of people there's one paycheck away from a disaster.
One paycheck away from a disaster.
95% of the United States are one paycheck away from a disaster. That means imagine someone that's supposed to get paid this Friday said, we're not going to have your paycheck this Friday. For a lot of people, they'll panic. Yeah. Panic will set in. So, but when you're saving, you have peace of mind. You don't have to worry about that. If you set a game plan, you get discipline, right? Those concepts, you start doing everything we talked about, guess what happened? You don't have to worry about it. You can have peace of mind. No one can do this to you. No one can put that thumb on you and control you, right? You can make better choices. This is what savings does. It gives you freedom, peace of mind.
I was talking to my son last week. He's in the military, and with the government shutting down and all this stuff, I was asking him, like, "Are you gonna get paid?" And he's like, "No, I don't. I might not get paid." But he was so peaceful. He's like, "Ma, I got savings. Like, I'm good." It is peace of mind. I was panicking for him, but he was good. He's like, "I'm good. We have savings. We have cushion." Thankfully, he did get paid anyways. But still, I was like, "Wow, that savings really does bring them peace."
Makes a big difference, yeah. And I also know another avenue, like someone that worked for the government, they didn't get paid. I'm like, "How you doing?" And they're like this, "Oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna." They can't. They're panicking.
Yeah.
They're panicking. And it's that's what happens. But reframe the narrative, change your perception. Just like if somebody wants to get in shape, you have to reframe your relationship with food. You have to reframe your relationship with food. You have to have a different relationship with food.
We're talking psychology here.
Exactly. It's all psychology. Just change your perception, change the narrative, change the way you see it, and that changes everything. If you change the way you look at things, everything you look at also changes.
Fantastic. What's the next one? I want to know the next tip.
The next one, number 6, right? And track your wins. Track your wins. You want to track your wins. You want to find out how like keep a log or use an app to track your savings. Watch it grow. Have a little chart like on your notebook or something. I'm here, right? You ever have people when you have your kids when your kids are growing, right? Your kids are growing and they stand against the wall and you put this is where you are and now this is, and as they're growing, and have the same thing, right? Just like you ever see somebody when they decide to, let's say, go on a health kick, they want to get in shape, and they start taking pictures, right? This is where I was. This is where I started, right? Take a picture, then a month, then 3 months, and 6 months, and you see the transformation throughout the whole time. And right, and guess what happens? You need to have the same thing also, so you can see same thing with money. Have something where you can black and white. You can see it. You can track it. You can see how close you're coming. Say, oh my gosh, I'm going the right track. Then you feel good about yourself, right? And that makes a big difference, which is so important. Which is 6, right? Now, if you think about it, just to give it a little bit, right? See, remember, when your brain learns to associate saving with security and success, it gets easy over time.
That is true.
Yes. Your brain needs to associate saving with security and success. And what happens? Society makes you think having nice things, flashy things is security and success. It looks like security, right? There's this thing on it's crazy that there's this ad like they try to you see on social media sometimes, like, listen, if you wanna look strong, go to the gym. If you want to be strong, do military training or something like that, right? It's the crazy they try to sell. So, right? That's what it's the same thing. Reframe, see it differently, right? That makes a big difference. Yeah. That makes a huge difference over a period of time. So what are some things you can do? Like there's a tool, right? Which we call, just to wrap it all up real quick, is you want to have a money wins checklist, right? Now, number one, what's a checklist and guide to celebrate your progress, stay on track, and curb impulse spending, right? Number one, like it says, create a folder, right? On your phone, on your and you can have a to-do list. On the phone, you have a to-do list. Sometimes you can have that, right?
Yeah.
And what you check off those little things, right? No matter how big or small, every smart move counts, right? If you then make sure you check these items as you complete them, have a screenshot. For example, you can have one that says pay off credit card, hit a savings milestone, right? Bought something you still love months later, right? Cooked instead of eating out, took public transportation instead of a ride share, right? Started investing, tracked expenses for a month, improved credit score, wait 72 hours before you make a purchase. Little things like that, right? So you can have this checklist, right, on all these things. And guess what happened? Add 1 week weekly. Just do one. I did this.
Wow, so good. I hope you took a screenshot of that. Yes, that is perfect. Do one a week. I'm going to open it up again. That's really good that you're challenging us. That is really good to challenge us.
Everybody's different. Just do one a week.
Do you know how much money I would save if I...
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. If we ate at home rather than eating out for a whole week, we'd
do that. Maybe say, I'm going to cook for the whole week and I'm not, and just, that's a win.
Yeah.
That's a win, right? That's a little win right there. Like little things, everybody's different, but write the things like you want to get. Pay off a credit card. Maybe that's important. Just give yourself a win. And once you hit a win, reward yourself.
It's like, no.
I know, right? Accept that, right?
But could you imagine that? How much you save? No, literally, our financial coach is dropping the gauntlet and he's saying we need to challenge ourselves and do one of these, just one a week. Look at how much money you will save. We're talking about here, for those that are just joining us, because I see the numbers going up. We're talking about the psychology of savings and changing the mindset and our psyche when it comes to that. I love that you said that savings, it should be security and success. But we think having flashy things is security and success. Wearing the Coach and wearing the Gucci and all the things, that's security and success, but it isn't. It's
that. And I'm all for it. You can get that, but make sure you save first. Make sure you put some money aside, right? You save 1,000, spend like 50. You save 1,000, you do something, like whatever it might be, but give yourself. It's just incredible. And when you start building those little wins, psychologically, you start feeling better about, man, I can do this. And next thing you know, it becomes what? So much easier.
Yeah.
It becomes so much easier. Everybody wants the big wins. You have to have little wins. Little wins lead to big wins.
So good. I'm ready for another slide, and there's not another slide. Like that's it.
Pretty much right. And review it. No, number one, review before you spend. Tempted to shop online and pause buying? Just review that.
Okay. So quickly, the 6 steps that we just learned about today was we're going to automate our savings. We're going to put something already. So even if it's $50 every check, you should already have that automatically coming out and going into your savings.
Absolutely.
The next one was visualizing your goals. And I like that because you spoke about emotional motivation. So put the picture up. Something that you really want.
Exactly. Yes.
Visualize what the goal is with the savings. Reward progress. I like this. Giving yourself a treat. Love that you mentioned your son. Okay, you want another tattoo? Save this much and then go get your tattoo, because that reinforces and your planning. Number 4 was start small, but think long term. Again, even if it's $5 a day, over time, we're going to see that add up. So good. Reframing the narrative in our mind. This savings, we think that it's restriction. You also said one other thing. I wrote it down for my folks who like to take notes. I wrote down when you said savings is not depriving. And we think that it's depriving ourselves from something, but really it isn't. It's changing that. It's giving us peace of mind. And lastly, tracking our wins, because we see that grow. I love when my husband comes down and says, oh my God, I have this much now in the IRA and the thing, like I pay this much, but I already have this much in. And I'm like, oh, that's great, because it does boost our morale and encourages us to keep moving forward and doing it.
Yes, absolutely. You need to know what you're fighting for. You need to have a destination. You got to have that. We are wired like that as humans. We need to have, because if you're just doing something just to do something, then it eventually, as soon as you get distracted.
Yeah. We have great interaction. This evening. I love it. I love that she says, yes, we're going to do 1 a week moving forward. Let's do it, girl. I'm with you, Veronica. I'm with you. This is going to be so good.
Absolutely. So we're excited. It's just little ways to look at money and just reframe the way we see things. Because I realize is if you don't change your mindset when it comes to saving, it's not going to get any better. You can have all the tools, all the in front of you. If you don't change your mindset, it's just talk. Yes. Like, why? It's like, yes, I know, but. And guess what happens? Something's always going to hold you back. Yeah. But if you change that, it makes a big difference. And this is why it is so important. Again, I'm very biased with it, to speak to someone that's insurance and investment license. Really, because guess what happens? The IUL agent is not going to teach you this.
Correct.
As a matter of fact, they're going to want you to take money out of your savings and buy a policy.
Yeah. So don't forget to email Coach Bernard. The email scrolling below. If you don't have a financial coach, financial advisor, you want to get a hold of him. He is our financial advisor. So my husband goes to him, and he's taking care of us. So we know what we need to do, especially because we're up in age, But for the younger folks that are watching, do it now.
Yes, do it now. Do it now. Absolutely. We'll help you. We'll get you started. Just small, you'll have big wins.
Yeah, but start now. I love it. This was a great episode. We got to put this in our back pocket. This is episode 57. If we're ever out of town or on vacation and we need a replay, 57 is the one to go with, because this one is bomb. Changing our psyche when it comes to all things savings.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Bernard. This was so good. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you so much.
Listen, for those that just jumped on, catch the replay as soon as we get off. Catch it from the beginning so you can get those all 6 of the tips, and you can see the screenshot of what you want to start doing and implementing on a weekly basis.
Absolutely excited. And send me a message whenever you get on. I had a win. Let me know. Just post it. Put a chat. I had a win. I did a win this week. Next week I had a win. We're just so we know exactly you're on the right track.
Yes. I love that. I love that so much. Thank you so much, everyone who is watching today. And we will see you again next week. This exact same place, exact same time, right here at the Army Empire podcast. Bye, Bernard. Love you, brother. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Army Empire podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. Join us next week for another exciting edition. And until then, keep building your empire.